Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I am doing the September 2019 reading, and I thought a fun way to do that was instead of doing a pick-a-pile, which I did, I think, for August, and I think I did it for July, and you know, I like to kind of change it up. So I decided to pick a deck. So choose which deck you would like to hear your message from for September 2019. Try to figure out what's coming for you. September 2019 should be a lot of fun. I will put the timestamps down below, and I will also put them in the comment section so that mobile users can more easily access the timestamp and move forwards or backwards to whichever reading you want to hear. So you can choose one deck, you can choose multiple decks, it's totally up to you. And the messages, if any of the messages don't connect, that's totally fine. Take what connects and leave the rest. Remember that this is just a general reading, so if you feel like it didn't really connect with you, that's okay, because it's just the general energies that are out there. All right, so we have deck number 1, which is my 1961 Smith Waite, Smith Waite deck that was gifted to me by my uncle. I have the Moonchild Tarot. Deck number 3 is the Housewives Tarot, and deck number 4 is the Dark Mansion Tarot. So go ahead, take a deep breath and out, and deep breath in again and out. Okay, go ahead and choose the deck or decks you would like to hear your message for September 2019. And just a reminder, if you would like to catch a reading from me, something that is a lot more tailored to you and what's going on with you right now, and questions that you may have, you can hit me up over at www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, where I also have a link to my Etsy shop where you can pick up my Wally's World Oracle, yay! And have free US shipping. Oh, I also have my sprays, my salves, my bracelets that I make over in my shop. And if you want to send a little love my way and have me doing more things like this, then just hit me up over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot and join that KWT tribe. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, so if you picked deck number 1, the 1961 Waite Smith deck, which, it's an older deck, so, it's got some wear and tear to it. The cards are fine, though. So let's make sure we get all the cards so we get a complete message today. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set that aside. So let's figure out for you, what is coming for you September 2019. I'm just going to pull a few cards here. Let's see what we got going on. Well, that's too many cards. Something about this deck, it just likes to talk a lot. Okay, so we got one card there. Oh, and it's very chitty chattery. So I'm gonna pick one more card. Okay, because I know this deck likes to talk. So let's go ahead and put this off to the side here. So let's look at what the cards have to say about September 2019. So here we have the 7 of Cups. We have the Emperor. We have the 10 of Wands. And we have Strength. Okay, well, I love this deck because it is so clear when it comes to the messages. So I definitely feel like the person or persons that is watching this or are watching this is this Emperor here. And I do feel like you are in the midst of making some very difficult decisions. This could be in any realm, whether it is in relationships, it's in career, family, although I am getting something, this might be more about family. But like I said, this is general, so it's reaching a wide variety of people. But for this particular one, I am feeling like it's family, like this person here, which is you, is going to have to take this a very authoritative position in which you have to make a very difficult decision when it comes to family. And it's almost like carrying the burden. And I feel like this decision that you have to make is not a pleasant one, but you know, it seems for some reason you're the one that has to make the decision. I don't know if you're the only one capable of it, or you're the only one closest to make this particular decision. But with the strength card here, this is a reminder from universe that you have the strength to make it through this. Although right now, as you're looking at the situation, you're like, I don't know if I could deal with this. I don't know if I can get through this, you know. And I am seeing that it's going to take a lot of effort, you know, here with the wands, you know, having to carry that burden. It's gonna have you pull from those, you know, root and sacral chakras and really just to get it done. So I'm not saying that this is going to be easy. I'm not saying that, you know, it's not going to be somewhat of an emotional roller coaster with these cups over here, because it's an emotional decision, but it's not something that you can't get through. Like, you can get through it. You will get through it. You know, it in time, you know, I guess that's all it needs is time, you know, eventually to heal and to, you know, get past the situation. But so I am seeing in September kind of a heavy month for you in terms of family and decisions that you're going to have to make, very emotional decisions. And I do feel that it's going to be quite a task. So, and it's not meant to be scary. It's just, you know, the reading's just to kind of give you a heads up, because this is something you probably already know. Like, I feel like this is already going on. This isn't some sort of surprise that you are going to have in September, because, you know, spirit and universe and energies, they don't like to give us, you know, startling, you know, messages that would put us into a fear mode. I don't see this as putting anybody into a fear mode, but putting somebody into more of a building you up of, okay, you kind of already knew this was coming if this isn't happening already, and you have the strength to get through this. So that's just the message repeated over and over, is that you will get through it. You will make the right decision, you know, and I think you might be fumbling with, I don't know, there's so many choices, so many things I could do. I don't know if I might get it wrong. You're not going to get it wrong. Okay. You're going to do the best that you can do with the information at hand. And you are the best person for the job, because you have the strength and fortitude to get through it. All right. So I hope, you know, because this might be for a select number of people, or maybe this is actually for like a particular person that's watching. But, you know, definitely let me know like how this connected with you. And again, if pieces of this don't connect, maybe that could have been meant for somebody else. So that's fine too. But anyway, I'm wishing you lots of love in September and strength, because you got it. So yeah, so that's it for me. And if anybody would like a reading that is more tailored to you, then head on over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. And if you hit up my Etsy shop, which there are links to through my website, you can find my Wally's World Oracle, my salves, my sprays, my brand new Goddess of the Rose Beauty Salve, which I'm definitely digging myself, and bracelets, all that kinds of good stuff. And if you want to send a little of my way, hit me up over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot, where you get lots of freebies. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. All right, for I guess deck number 2, everybody that chose deck number 2, the Moonchild Tarot. So let's go ahead and take a look here. What does September 2019 have in store for you? So let's actually just kind of put this off to the side, and we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle. And so remember, if some of the messages don't connect with you, it's totally fine. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. So what's coming for you? September 2019. We have 1 card. 2 cards. Okay. Energy's picking up now. Whoop. It's definitely number 3. And let's pick a number 4. I'm feeling like 4s for September. That's also one of my favorite numbers, my lucky number. Okay, so let's put this deck off to the side. Let's see what's coming for us September 2019. We have the Tower. Probably not what you were looking for. You're like, oh wow, thank you, the Tower. We have the Six of Wands. Okay, that's better actually. We have the High Priestess. That's interesting. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so right off the bat, I know that a lot of us were like, oh, the Tower. Wow, that's special. That's great. But the last three cards here are such positive cards. I think those are some of the better cards that you can get in a tarot deck. You know, your Six of Wands, your Ten of Cups, your High Priestess. Okay, so let me sit with the energy for just a moment. Okay, so I'm seeing in September 2019 with this Tower card here, I'm not seeing it as like something that's like oh my gosh, like the universe is just after me, and you know, and this horrible thing happened just to me. But I'm feeling like there's something that happens, but it's not, it's like it affects you like indirectly, you know, where it's affects quite a few people in September. And it's just something that's like a change. I'm not seeing it as anything too crazy. Like it's just a change, and it just happens to affect quite a few people, which is what I'm seeing with this Six of Wands then. So this thing that's bringing about change that's kind of out of everybody's control, it's kind of like a little gift from the universe. I mean, I know you're probably like, really, Tower card, gift? But we need shakeups every now and then. You know, I mean, if you think of some of the Hindi gods and goddesses, like you think of Kali. Like Kali, the goddess Kali is needed for that shakeup. If she never created those shakeups, those changes, we'd all be stagnant and we'd probably still be in the Stone Age. So I'm seeing this as kind of like the Kali card, just kind of shaking things up, like a little shake and bake. But the rest of September, so I'm saying this is more like the beginning of September, the rest of September looks pretty darn good. I mean, here you have the Six of Wands. I see that you are benefiting somehow from this change, and it definitely changes your perspective a little bit, and I think deepens your spirituality. So whatever it is that you believe in, you know, how you believe the universe works, and how you believe, you know, dimensions, and if you believe in past lives or not, but this is going to help deepen and solidify even more your beliefs, whatever it is that you believe in, and your spirituality. And through this creates, I would say, an even closer connection with your friends and family. You know, so if you've been feeling a little disconnected because of, you know, not quite understanding like certain things, like, you know, I kind of believe this, but I kind of don't believe this, or I don't know if I believe this, this shakeup that happens ends up clearing some of that confusion up in your belief system, and actually brings you closer to a lot of people. And it's not just because like they believe the same thing that you believe. I think you just see them differently. You see the situations differently. You know, your perspective is changed because of how you view your beliefs now. So I see this as like pretty positive. You guys got some shaking and baking and some changes coming up in September, but I see them as all as really positive changes. So remember that this isn't gonna connect with everybody, because this is just a general reading. But if this definitely connects with you, like, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested. But yeah, this, I mean, pretty straightforward, and I like that about the Moonchild. Actually, I like that about the last deck that I used too for deck number 1. But yeah, let me know if you have any comments or questions. Place them in the comments section down below. And if you want to catch a more personal one-on-one mano-a-mano reading, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. And if you want to send a little love my way, think of joining that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. And yeah, don't forget to grab that Wally's World Oracle, which is in my Etsy shop, which you can get by going to my website. So yeah, I will catch you spiritual homies later, all right? Have an awesome September 2019. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. All right, for everybody who picked deck number 3, the Housewives Tarot, let's jump right into this. What's coming for you September 2019? Let's see. Let's make sure we have all the cards here, and we do. So let's give these a little shuffle. Let's figure it out. And remember, this is just general, so it's just the general energies that I'm picking up on at this particular moment in time. So certain things may connect with some people, others maybe not so much, and that's okay. All right, so here we got 1. Ooh, actually I like this one that's sticking out. Let's go 2, 3. See, that's what I like about a deck that you've been using forever. You just know, you just feel it. All right, so let's put these cards off to the side and let's kind of flip these over here. What's coming for us September 2019? All right, we have the Fool. You know what? That's like my stalker card, and that is a freaking awesome card to get. We have the Empress. All right, we have 2 majors. This is also my card, so is this reading for me? We have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Devil. We have 3 majors cards out of 4. So this is definitely a pay attention moment. So whenever you see a lot of majors cards, it's just something to pay attention. Nothing scary. It's never, messages are never scary. You know, stuff that's coming from love is never trying to scare you. Okay. So let me sit with these energies. So we have Fool, Empress, 7 of Swords, and Devil. Okay. Okie dokie. I think that this message is for a lot of us out there, but I think also for myself because it's got 2 of my stalker cards, the Fool and the Empress. So I feel like there are some things that you have been nurturing, and I think that this may be like a new venture that you've started recently, or you know, starting to take the steps to go on to a brand new venture. So it could be just a new lifestyle, or you know, like way of living, could be career, could be relationship, but you're starting, or you have already started, or maybe you're in the midst of it, you know, doing something a little new to you. So taking that fool's leap into the unknown, and you've been nurturing it. You've been doing your Empress work here, and this is whether you are male or female. Empress doesn't mean either. And with the 7 of Swords, I feel like sometimes when we are excuse me, so excited about starting something new, and we're very passionate about it, and we get the giggles and the yay, oh my god, this is so much fun. We're so wrapped up in the excitement and the enthusiasm and in the moment, that sometimes we lose sight of, or we don't, I don't want to say lose sight, but maybe aren't paying attention to some of the minor details. And I think that, you know, like, again, this could be for me and for everybody else, but I think that this is just, you know, with these major cards here, it's just like, hey, don't forget to, you know, it's okay to celebrate and be excited with this thing that you're doing right now, but you really need to pay attention to the details and make sure that you maintain your focus, because when you lose your focus, this thing could not be as great as you want it to. It could fall apart, actually, if, you know, and that's like, how do I want to put this? Like, let's say somebody won the lottery and they're so excited about the lottery. Whoa, I'm going to buy this and this and this. And I'm going to, you know, treat my mom and dad. And I'm going to, like, you know, I'm going to buy this for these people. I'm going to make them so happy. And you get in this like crazy happy mode. and you lose sight of the actual finances, and then like a couple years later, like you were flat broke because you weren't paying attention to the details. You weren't paying attention to what was going on. And so I'm kind of feeling this, and that's what this devil card is here. Is the devil card is like, yay, party time. But when you party too much with the devil, with devil's food, you know, cake over here, that's when things go wrong. So this is nothing scary. It's just like, hey, just heads up. Don't forget to look at the details. You know, I know that's not the fun part, but if you don't want it to fall apart, then that's what you got to do. All right, so that's it for you for 2019 September. So if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. And if you want to send a little love my way, head over and join the KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. And if this connected with you, I'd be more than happy to hear about it. So just leave your comments in the comment section down below. All right, so I'm wishing you guys an awesome September. Peace, love, and chicken curries. Peace out. All right, going into those people that chose deck number 4, the Dark Mansion Tarot. Let's see what's coming for you September 2019. So let's go ahead and pull out our cards. We'll just put this aside. And let's give these a shuffle. So let's see what is coming for us September 2019. And just remember, this is general. So if it doesn't quite connect to you, that's just because it is a general reading. There's a lot of people that watch, and of course it can't connect to everybody, but let's see what we got. Let's pull card number 1. Whoa, that is way too many cards. Dark Mansion Tarot likes to really jump some cards out. So let's go card number 2. So make sure my incense isn't dumping all over the table here. Let's go with card number 3. And card number 4. So I like 4s. All right, so we'll just put these cards aside here. Okay, so let's see if we take a look at these. What is coming for us September and 2019? So let's turn these cards over. So we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 4 of Wands. Already a couple of Wands cards. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Swords. So, I mean, almost pretty balanced. The only thing, the only suit we would be missing is Cups. But yeah, we have our Wands, we have our Pentacles, we have our Swords. So I would say for the people that decided to choose deck number 4 to get a reading from deck 4, pretty close to a balanced month. Okay, so just, you know, making sure that you know, energy is there, and then we go ahead and read the cards. So let's go ahead and take a look-ski. Give me a moment to kind of take in the cards. Okay, so just like I think it was deck number 1 that I read for, I felt like there was a lot to do in the family sector. And I feel that this is either family or just really close relationships. Whereas the reading for deck 1 was it was a completely different thing that was going on than is going on here. But as far as like the general category or area, I do feel like this is within family or very close relationships. So I do feel like within family, there are some people that try us, and I say that in the nicest of senses. You know, there are people that, you know, we don't like hate or dislike. They're just, you know, they're the family members that just they tend to get on your nerves sometimes, but they're not doing it on purpose. You know, it just stems from their own belief systems and kind of like where they come from, and kind of trying to push those beliefs or way of doing things kind of onto everybody else. Like, well, of course, like, why doesn't everybody do things this way? Because this is the way I do things. So I'm just like really getting kind of like this, agitation sometimes, the Seven of Wands of like, oh God, here we go again with that again. But it's like, but that's not how I do things, because I'm a completely different person, and I grew up in a different era, and I have a different core set of values and things like that. But I just see as by maintaining that, though, by not just appeasing the other person and being like, well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to pretend to be somebody completely different, somebody that you're not, especially when, like, let's say, I'm not saying this is religion, but let's just say it is, religion for sake of argument. Let's say you're pagan, and the person in your family is more of a like Lutheran, okay, because my grandfather is Lutheran, or Protestant or whatever, and just kind of trying to say, well, how come you don't do things this way, or how come you don't practice this way, or how come you don't have your beliefs like this? And it's because, well, I come from a different background. But let's say if you gave into it and we're like, okay, well, I'll pretend to be Lutheran or Protestant or Christian, Catholic, whatever, try to pretend just to make this person happy, that's going to cause a lot of friction later on, like even more grief than there needs to be, even more like tension than there needs to be. So I see, stay true to yourself, not to the point of disrespecting someone else, of course, of course respecting their beliefs, where they come from, and their way of doing things, but also reminding them to respect your way of doing things and where you come from. So don't allow people to walk all over you. So that I see this Seven of Wands here, especially like with family, because things get a little weird with family. It's a little different sometimes with friends, but with family you're like so yeah, don't back down from being who you are. Just make sure that everybody is being respected. You're respecting them, and make sure that they're respecting you. And by maintaining that this month, I see this Four of Wands, where there tends to be more structure, more stability within the family by doing that, because then the respect is mutual, because they see you as somebody who has a strong core of beliefs, who knows who they are, who is right within themselves. And so it makes you happy. So this is more like root chakra type stuff. So this makes things are going good with you, things are going good with them, because everybody's clear on how everybody does things, which is then this Ten of Pentacles of like, okay, all is cool. However, on the opposite side of the spectrum, because I see these as two sides, two different ways you could go. You could either say, hey, that's not cool, doing something like that, just having civil conversation, but again, not backing down, but staying respectful, or keeping it all to yourself, and then possibly just doing whatever would appease them, or what you think would appease them, would just end up causing you a whole lot of mental stress that you just don't need this month, because it is a busy month. So it's totally up to you how you want to play your cards. See what I did there? But yeah, nobody likes conflict, but just a little of that standing your ground is just gonna make everything just flow so much nicer the rest of the month than just, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna do what the person wants me to do, and I'm just gonna keep it all to myself, and I'm just gonna swallow that. Okay, that does nothing but cause you like all kinds of Eight of Swords non-goodness. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so that's just what I'm seeing. Again, this is general, but if you want something that is more tailored to you, you can hit me up for a reading at www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. And yeah, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell for more videos just like this. And If you want to grab my Wally's World Oracle, you can find the link through my Etsy or my website to my Etsy shop, where I also have bracelets and room and body sprays and salves, and my brand new Goddess of the Rose salve, which I'm loving because my skin gets really messed up when I'm working, because I work below ground. So being able to have that salve has really saved my skin. And if you want to throw a little love my way, head over to patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot and join that KWT tribe, where there's lots of goodies and freebies every month, every week, every year. All right. So that's it for me, spiritual homies. I hope you have an awesome September 2019. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.